since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Break. 35. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 8 carries, 101 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On second down, Martin. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Check.
3rd down and 6.
Here's Cook on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. First down, here's the run with Martin. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing, Cook. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
They'll run. Martin. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They try again with Martin, and he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Cook. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Last season. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They start the drive with Martin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There goes Doug Martin. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Doug Martin. His 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, it will.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Ready? 70, Indy. 5.
Cook now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Go.
On 1st down, Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug Martin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Rock it. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Cook throwing on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Cook. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. To throw is Cook on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year. But Martin now in his second season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of 1,400 yards, but then he never topped 500 the other 4 years due to injuries and other various issues. But now he says his full focus is on 2019.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They juked him. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So that's why my coaches always said they hated to take the ball off the line of scrimmage in these types of situations. In other words, don't send it backwards first to try and get forwards. Go ahead and move forward. Where's your offensive line? Let him get...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Cook from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he... Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Here's Cook. Off the play fake. This will be caught by Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Drops this off to Richard. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Ready. March 40. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check pilot, 64, weak. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Check go.
A give going right to Martin. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cook. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even
Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Down to a knee, here goes Cook, and that should do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field.
Break. Leo. Lee Griffin.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Martin. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Look at me. Go.
Cook now on 3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Martin running right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards. Cook operating from the gun. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 30 base.
To throw is Cook. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Wilson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Cook on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Cook. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders.
They can't stop you, son.
Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He put quite a bit of air underneath that. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Here's Cook throwing on first down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Bynes. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cook. He's going to float this over the middle deep. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch the lead now to 7. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Martin. And now, loose football, fumble. Martin lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the deep. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They try to fire up the running game with Martin. There goes Martin, first down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Get that ball.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On 2nd down now, it's Martin. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We got 4.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
I got you. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Martin, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Wilson has it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New Orleans. But Wilson, 5 years in Seattle, then 1 in Detroit before the native of Windsor, Canada, signed with Oakland back in March. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
60 outlaw.
4 yards.
Watch time. Tight end's right. Watch time.
From just shy of midfield, Cook, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Cook, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a run with Martin. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Cook. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's complete to Graham. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. They run with Martin. He's been busy tonight. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They run it again with Martin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Doug Martin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
Set. 8, read.
On 1st down, it's Martin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Martin, and an alley to Rob. There goes Doug Martin. The 30, past the 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Absolute bedlam. You can forget overtime. What a finish. And this crowd in a frenzy.
As well they should be. That's the type of ending that you actually pay money to see. And when it turns out in your direction, oh yeah, you feel real good about that one. Let's face it, there are a few people who travel to see their team. They're not happy, but overall, this crowd is loving what they just saw.
The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Oakland, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So